I saw hundreds of tweets comparing Hytale to Minecraft, and since I've been playing Minecraft my whole life, and I've been no-lifing Hytale since launch, I wanted to compare the survival mode of Minecraft to the adventure mode of Hytale. The progression of Minecraft has always been scrutinized because it is all over the place, and getting the Elytra just means that you skip to post-late game instantly. As I started playing Hytale, I was really impressed with the progression. Simon mentioned so many times that the progression felt very janky, but it felt flawless to me. In the regular gameplay of Minecraft, you really gotta make a wooden pickaxe, get some stone, make a stone pickaxe, then go look for iron. In Hytale, even to just make a crafting table, you have to get stone and you have to get wood. So you have to make the crude pickaxe, you have to make the crude axe. The first stage of tools besides wood is stone. And you get past stone so quickly, but you're actually on copper for a decent amount of time. Iron is decently inaccessible to the beginner player very early on in the game. So you have to really put some time into making out your copper set before you can really get iron, unless you know how to get there quickly. But even then, in the first zone that you spawn in, you can't even get thorium. And having a game that isn't trying to be too much like Minecraft, like Hytale, where you have to actually upgrade your workbench and it has these survival game aspects of it, is very interesting because the later game armor and tools you can't even craft until you upgrade. You have to get like a bunch of ingots of each of them, so it actually makes you go out and explore the game and understand the game more. Sometimes a bit too much because you're kind of stuck on copper for a long time, and then you're stuck on iron for a long time, and it takes quite a bit. It takes a lot more ingots than it does in Minecraft, and I mean a lot more. It takes quite a bit of ingots to really get your full armor set, so it takes a while to get on that tier. So it's a blessing and a curse because it takes way too long in some aspects, but it actually makes you like experience the different feels of the game. I think Hytale progression compared to Minecraft feels amazing because even the glider isn't implemented, but once it is implemented, the idea of the glider is so much better than the Elytra because everyone knows how busted the Elytra is. But once the glider is in, I think that's going to be a very good fix. But the progression of Hytale, you're spending, I dare say, at least an hour just to start getting your way up the armor tiers. In Minecraft, you can find iron within the first couple minutes, and you've skipped leather, you've skipped copper, you've skipped stone tools, you've skipped wooden tools in the first like 10 to 20 minutes maximum. If you can't find enough iron to make an iron pickaxe within 20 minutes, you're just bad. Hytale, I wouldn't even say you're bad if you don't find iron within the first 20 minutes, because it does take a little bit. The progression feels a little bit too long, but at the same time, it adds more depth to it. The menus of Hytale are not the best, though. Everyone talks about the Bedrock Minecraft menus, but the Java Minecraft menus and the Console Edition Minecraft menus, all of those type of menus are fine. They're actually good, I would say, but the menus of Hytale, I definitely hope they get some work in the future, because they're very basic right now. They look good, don't get me wrong. The pictures and all that sort of stuff, that looks good, but the world creation screen, allowing a button for allowing cheats or saying that the time doesn't move or stuff like that for like whenever you're trying to make a non-regular survival world would be amazing. Things that would help you make those adjustments on the screen instead of commands would be very nice. And the fact that you don't really even have to punch trees. Like in Hytale, the fact that you can get rubble and punch a couple bushes and all of a sudden you have a sword, that's very cool. The progression of Hytale, I think, is just better. The menus might be a bit worse right now, but I'm hoping that they improve that. The feel of progression is just amazing. The mobility early game is kind of crazy compared to Minecraft. You don't really have anything besides horses right now to actually do transportation, but just the weapon mobility is insane. That it very much affects your later playthroughs of Hytale, I've noticed. That it makes it so much faster and more efficient early game, which can be a good thing, but can mostly be a bad thing. It can't really be fixed easily, but in general, it's definitely a thing that goes along with the game that makes it feel a bit too fast. Early game food of Hytale is mainly just berries. You would have to chase quite a bit of animals for quite a bit, but food is a lot more basic but also important in Minecraft because your stamina goes down immediately and you can't really regenerate it. In general, as long as you don't run into too many enemies, you literally can survive off of berries for like quite a while until you start actually killing things in Hytale. The caving is definitely I think right now the caving is better in Minecraft, just because of the fact that every 2 seconds that you turn around, you don't have a mob staring you in the face, and I mean every time you turn around. The mob spawning is awful right now in the caves and in the darkness of Hytale. I would definitely say that caving feels better in Minecraft. It looks very good in Hytale, but I would definitely say that right now it needs an update. Now, the mining of ores is so much better in Hytale, I'm sorry. In general, the look and feel of Hytale in most ways is amazing, but the awe-inspiring caves is still amazing in Minecraft, and we kind of need to get to the point where we can be able to beat that, because there is no beating it right now. The terror of the mines in Hytale, though, is amazing. Obviously, putting a torch in your offhand and being able to use it is also an amazing feature. So that alone just helps with it. The crafting of weapons is something that I really am annoyed by. The fact that you have to have hides, I get it, it's a gameplay choice, but it also slows down the progression feel of it a lot. Like I said, the progression of it feels more point A to point B to point C. It feels a lot better, but the time commitment that it takes to just get the basic things that you would need in this game, it is a bit annoying, to say the least. The fact that you could just get sticks and 3 ingots to make a pickaxe is amazing, and then all you really need is ingots for armor. Stuff like that is amazing in Minecraft. But the questionable decisions in Hytale for that is a bit weird for mainly casual players. A lot of this is what I'm talking about is casual play, because the first experiences of a casual Hytale player that's just hopping on is very strained until you get to like the copper armor feel. The copper armor feels very good. If they get that far, it feels very good. But in general, it feels a bit weird with the whole hide system and having to make those hides into leather and then those leather into armor and then that kind of stuff is a bit weird. The structures, the exploration, and the life around you with animals of all different varieties is so much better in Hytale. It's amazing. The early game workbenches situation in Hytale is astronomically awful. I'm not going to lie to you. The amount of workbenches you need early game, the fact that you need to make a campfire and like a furnace, probably 2 because it's a slow furnace, and a crafting table, and an armor station, and a tool station, all for early game stuff, is very time consuming, and it takes up so much space that I feel like that's going to turn a lot of like early game players off. Now, once you get the copper armor, it feels amazing, don't get me wrong, but the progression from one thing to another feels seamless because you feel like you understand why you need to do it. But then on second playthroughs, it's going to be like, well, why do I need to do this, you know? Like, why do I need to do all this? It's a give and take. I also don't like how you spawn in this, like, room in Hytale in all your worlds. Like, it's like this RPG more than a survival, but number one, it falls in the exact same trap as Minecraft. Because I'd be giving Minecraft some flack for this, because it gives you a reason to live in a villager house, and it's the noob trap, as everybody calls it. You think, oh, I can just use a villager house, and then you never move out. It's exactly like that in the starter area, because then you're like, oh, I'll just go and progress a bit and just live in this pre-built area before I go out and build my own base. Like, that's a little bit of an issue in my opinion. And in Minecraft, you spawn out in the open, in the danger, but also you can immediately be in awe. Because a lot of the time, I've noticed a lot in like gameplay of YouTubers I've been watching, that they'll spawn in this room and they'll immediately be like wanting to inspect the room and every little detail in the room and see what they can get in the room whenever they should be technically going outside and experiencing the actual world of Hytale. So I don't love how that's been implemented. I wish that we just spawned in the middle of nowhere, just out in the middle, because the vastness, beauty of Hytale is amazing, and I feel like in general we need to capture that from second one. That's my own personal opinion, though. But things that I would love to see in Hytale sooner is things like statistics. The mini games would be awesome, but I want leaderboards to those mini games, like in Hypixel. Oh goodness, if we need reasons to the people that will put time into this game need reasons to come back. Like for leaderboard statistics, like I want to look at a specific world and be like, whoa, I've killed 20,000 skeletons, or whoa, like that in Minecraft. The statistics page is amazing. The leaderboards in Hypixel, amazing. I would love if we get some leaderboards for mini games whenever it first comes out. That's going to be amazing. The life around you as you walk around this game is 10 out of 10. The Hytale, as you walk around, there's frogs, there's flying birds around you, there's deer that you can go and kill, there's a grizzly bear you need to stay away from. The difference of feels that you get from the mobs around you, like the gameplay originally, before the game launched, was a lot. It didn't have barely any mobs in it, and people were worried that it was going to feel empty. This world feels nothing but empty, and the fact that you can wander upon a skeleton anytime, and that's all in Zone 1. That's not even talking about other zones. Like, that is an amazing feeling. They really captured lightning in a bottle with the feeling of alive. The aliveness of this world is truly amazing. Obviously, this game feels a lot like the things that Minecraft doesn't do right, Taken and made right. Obviously, there are a couple things here and there where it's like, well, Minecraft does that better, but a lot of the stuff they're trying to capitalize on the game about what they want it to be. But in general, I feel like the progression has very good direction, maybe a little bit too long of a time commitment. That's the best way I could describe the progression of this game. In general, I feel like this game obviously has a long way to go, but for an early access, amazing. And in general, the feel of it is spectacular. I cannot wait to see this game improve over time and what it will turn into. But the progression is such a good part of it. The survival aspect is a good part of it. I just feel like we have a little bit of things where it's like, can we have furnaces work a little faster? At least coal last a little bit longer, please? But a lot more Hytale videos to come, and a lot more videos I've already posted. Goodness, this has been a joy of a game to experience. Leave a like if you want to see more, and I will see you in the next video.